And yeah, if you follow me on my Instagram at Sharon Fricchione, then you'll see our big surprise down the road.
Well, I hope so. I mean, like I said, this sport, we can find yourself a life in a sport. A lot of ladies get into personal training, some become coaches. Would you want to coach people for lifestyle change, or you think you want to get into the competitive mode, like, what Dave and Sheila does?
A lifestyle change, just to stay healthy, get toned. If you want to build muscle, just making healthier choices.
Hmm. Yes.
And especially for my age group, it's important to keep working on the body
Yeah.
and moving and being healthy. But yes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of women. I think the last few years, there's a growing number of women coming to sport later in life. I interviewed a lovely lady who's 59. That's Robin Mays, 59 years old. You wouldn't think she's 59. Renee, you wouldn't think she was her age. You wouldn't think some of
Uh,
these ladies I've interviewed. You wouldn't think, say, hey, how are you, about 30 something? No, I'm 50. Say what? So are you about 40? No, say why y'all look so? Because it's a healthy lifestyle. The choices you have to make. The
mhm.
extreme part of the sport, that's one thing. But what comes with the sport is better looking, better health, more better conditioning. Not everybody can do what y'all do, but
Right,
if you
right.
can help somebody make different changes in life,
Mhm.
to be motivated to get into shape. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, like I said again, this sport is a lot to it to learn. Like, it's anybody, like I said, we just had the Olympia about a couple of weeks ago. Is anybody in the sport you really you follow that you like, other than Sheila and David? Somebody you like a fan of, you really admire that you see up there on stage?
I love watching Sarah Villegas. There's so many good ones out there, but I love her symmetry and body and everything. You know, um, there's so many good ones out there. I can't just pick one.
Yeah, it's tough. There's so many amazing ladies. I mean, competitors. I mean, but one person I always going to be a fan of. I can't help it because I'm a simp. I know it. I admit it. She's just so beautiful. I would love to meet her someday, and that is the lovely Miss Andrea
Oh,
Shaw.
Andrea Shaw, she's
Oh,
fantastic. I love watching her grow through the years. Yeah.
yeah. I think she has. I like this. She's like the fifth element. She's perfect. Sherry's. I like Sarah Vilgas. What she's doing for her sport is pretty good. Putting up money for the trip, like for the Texas Pro, representing women's bodybuilding. She was the one that, and when they was going to kick out women's Physique from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, she said, I want to put up the money and maybe try to keep our division there. But
Mm.
Arnold, he got his own thing. And like I said, these women and men who in the sport, you gotta respect what they do. I mean, like I said, this is tough, especially like yourself. You have family, you have responsibilities, and you got to find time to train, to work out, and to, it's just so much to this.
It is. It is. But it's a big sacrifice and time consuming, but I love doing it. I do enjoy it. I think it's great for to stay in shape. I never thought at this age that I'm at that I could get into that shape that I get into, and the abs that I had that I never had when I was younger. That was the best part, just rubbing them every day.
Stuff like age. We all know you're 30 years old, Sharon. Let's admit it. Like I said, as a general, we never ask somebody's age. We mind our business. So, but yeah, I think everybody who gets into sport understand what's involved in it. Your husband, he's been doing this for a long time. He understands it. And I hope maybe someday he does get his pro card. I mean, it's a great opportunity because this is a sport of the elite. You know, people who get into sport understand the factors of it, who respect the sport. That's a good thing. Some people, like I said again, didn't understand it. Especially, like I said, I have talked to ladies say they get people that talk about it like, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. But this is a lovely lady here, folks. Beautiful woman. And his thing is, if you're not as passionate about something like her and her husband are, then you shouldn't say nothing about it. Mind your business. This is about what they want to do. And I know, like I said again, sometimes friends and family may not understand, but if you don't understand, support their decisions, support their choices. Bodybuilding is not for everybody, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and if you can, respect that, that's good. But if you can't, then shut the hell up.
You tell him, George.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, when I have conversation with y'all ladies, I hear a lot of things. They talk about things. It's tough because and it's good that you have support of your kids, your family, your friends.
Hmm.
You have your husband standing by you because you're both going through it. Most people will never understand what it is. I would never understand. I don't think I could do what y'all do. Diet like y'all do because I do. Like yesterday, me, my nephew, and my sister went out did our laundry, and after we done, we went to a Chinese restaurant because he had to pick us up for my great niece in high school. and I had a big old plate of Chinese food, Sharon. It was just like I eat all at one time. Here, there. But that's the thing about when you get into it, you have to have self-control. You have
Hmm.
to understand all the aspects of the sport. And you've been doing it for a while. And I know it's tough, especially being a woman. One thing is like is who's your trainer? Who you working with as a
My
trainer?
husband's my trainer,
So that's
John.
good.
Yeah, he's my trainer, my motivator. He pushes me even the
And
days I don't wanna.
who trains him?
He trains himself. Even
Mm.
now is training time. He's working out right now. So I'm already in trouble that I skipped training right now. So I
Well,
have to
he
go
could have came in and sit for a minute, if he could have had time. But maybe next time I have him on, if he wants to come on, he can talk, say his story. He'd be welcome. Like I said, I focus more on your age, but I wouldn't have a problem having guys. I have guys on here before, but I have a saying: it may not be the age, but I'm down with the ladies. So you know, but it's like I said, one thing. It's good that he supports you. I think some people do get a coach that so they might get that other eye. But you got guys like Dave
Oh, yeah,
Sheila. They can give you aspects that you might miss. That
absolutely.
they know, as she has been an Olympic competitor. Dave's been in the game for a long time.
Mhm.
If you follow Dave, he posted this. It was on his RX Muscle, where he was like an episode where he was on Conan O'Brien. He's green like the Hulk.
Oh,
It says
yeah.
Hope what love, hope need love, hope ain't love, hope ain't love. That's my brains out. I know some people know him pretty well. He's a pretty good dude.
He's a great guy. Yeah. Yeah.
You
And I get a lot of help from Dave and Sheila as well. So
That's
it's
good.
really good
That's,
working with them both.
it's good that you have legends like this that's in your hand helping you. Maybe come over the corner on certain things that you may miss to get that other eye. My man David, my man Keith, he knows David because one time he was competing as an amateur. He gives him advice how what to work and what he need to do. But yeah, that's good. That's good.
Hmm.
So as you said, the plan is you're thinking about coming and competing next year.
Yeah. I don't know for what just yet. My son gets married next year in the summertime. So it'll be something around that time frame. Just,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man, after the wedding, you can set up your plan. As next year they're gonna have the Masters Olympia. So and you
mhm.
can compete. That's a possibility. That show can also qualify you for the Olympia if he does that. I mean, yeah, take the time. Like I said again, it's not a race; it's a marathon. Enjoy
Mhm.
life, do what you got to do, and it'll be here when you're ready. Here we got a comment from a man, Russ G. Shout out to Russ G. It says, "Afternoon, all afternoon, Russ. Thank you for coming through, brother." And yeah, there's a lot to the sport that people need to understand. And that's why when I do content, I reach out to you ladies. I get your perspective, I get your thoughts, your um what really gets you in the sport. You have to have a passion for it. And like I said, one thing is sponsorship. And I know that's the tough thing about it because you're still just a brand new pro, just getting in the sport. You have, like I said, it's just you and your husband that's taking care of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just us two. So
Yeah.
try to make whatever work.
Yeah, I think sponsorship does help because now that you're a pro, you have to pay the cost of your pro fees. You got to doing the shows. Your suits alone, that's right now. That's the thing that eats up. That's like your mortgage. That's your rent. That's your car note. I mean, the hair, the makeup. Like I say, John just got to wear banana hammock and tan, and that's it. But you
Yeah.
know,
Does that?
really, yeah, and just that it's good that y'all both understand what you need to do and how to spend and be smart. I mean, that's the thing, you got to be smart. You just can't get into sport and just think, hey, I can do this. No, there's so much you have to understand.
Hmm.
And when you get to when you decide seriously want to get competing, sit down, have a plan, write out what you need to do, and figure out everything before you really invest your time into it.
Right, right. Yes. Because as you get closer to the shows, it all starts to add up even more. Just food alone is so expensive, especially for the two of us. But it's all good. It's a good feeling, and we're eating healthy, so that's a plus on that.
Well, that's good that you have eating healthy, and I appreciate that. What you competitors go through. I really respect the work and time you put in this sport. People may not understand truly what you do. I mean, if you ever feel that there's a day where you say, like, you know what, you want to step back from the sport. You have your family to step on you to support you, and also that's a lot of people that may not have that support. So I would say like this: people out there who are interested in people like Sharon, her husband, who want to support them, reach out with genuine interest. But don't be that weird guy saying, "Hey, Sharon, I saw you. Yeah, you're a pretty little number. You're cute." You're like, no, no, don't be that weird guy saying, Miss Fricchione, we are interested in you. You have a great personality about yourself. You're very passionate about the sport. A family woman. I think we would like to sponsor you. So if you're interested in something, if it's a program that works within your and your family's interests, we'd like to be you part of our company as a brand ambassador. Those
That would,
things will really help in the long run.
yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. Here's this from my man Russ G. He says, the sacrifice they make is incredible. It is. Because, like I said, most of us wouldn't sacrifice the time, the money, our diets. Diet's hard part about it. But if you're determined enough and you want it enough, you can do it. Like I said, there's so much to this, but you have to understand when you get into it. You have to, like I said, you just can't go into it like trust the process. You have to understand it. And when you understand it, then get into it with your whole heart, with your eyes open, and your mind willing to accept what all comes to it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
You go in doing your best, but it is a sacrifice. I know the first year I competed was really hard because it's somewhat of a selfish sport since you always have to focus on yourself and making sure you work out and you rest and you eat and eat and keep eating. But yeah, so turning away from family a little bit, not and focusing more on myself was really hard to do. Even I felt guilty with my dogs because I felt like I was neglecting them at first. So yeah, you have to give up a little bit of everything to focus on yourself if you really want to do well and be the best that you could possibly put into it.
It's a sports sacrifice. Sometimes even family, friends, time. I've talked to ladies that you can't go out and hang out with them with their friends like you used to. I know the dogs don't want it because dog animals they need all the attention they get. Animals are like babies, just about. Dogs are like babies, like children. My sister, she had a poodle, still like her children. She loved them, and
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's so much to this. And when you understand it, when you trust the process, not just understand the process, but trust it fully, then you can really make your goals. Like I said again, there was ladies I've known who competed for 10, 20 years before they got their pro card. And there's some ladies who, like yourself, who, hadn't competed long, but then you put in that same work in that same time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's all about the critique of the judges and like that. I mean, it's one thing I'm still learning as an outsider. I'm an outsider. I'm a fan. I'm with my crowd. I'm a muscle per smell. I find out ladies intoxicating. I find out ladies, but I respect what y'all do from when I use conversations with you, when I talk to you, when I get feedback, when I come make friendships, and you tell me things that most people don't understand. One of my friends sent me her picture because she's planning on competing next year. And I said, "You look pretty good." I said, "Because I trust you, because you know what, you understand what's going on." And that thing is, you just really have to just, understand what's involved when you compete as a bodybuilder.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's a, it's a lot.
Well, we don't want to hold you too long because I know you got to work out with your husband. He said, "Where's that woman? Where's that woman? He's
Oh,
talking to another man."
I have to catch up.
Yeah, catch it. Well, I think you probably do. So this is a question I will ask you: what would you want out of bodybuilding for yourself as a whole?
What would I want? Just, I just want to do my best and enjoy the ride and what I can do for it and for others, help others exercise, feel better about themselves, eat better. Um, yeah, as long as I'm loving what I'm doing, I'm going to keep doing it.
What's the thing? You should love what you do because I know somebody said they don't do this for the money. If bodybuilding was more a lucrative sport where you can make a living off of it, where you compete and you get paid for it. I mean, prize money for some of these shows, unless it's like the Olympia or the Rising Phoenix or the Texas Pro, it's not much for y'all ladies compared to the guys because they're the ones who get more of the big attention because always competition to the men. But y'all women, y'all make up the percentage of the sport. And I will say like this: you deserve a little more because you need to get back what you put in as much as you put in. I mean, it's just, but we all know it's just, it's not a perfect world. But hey, you make the best of what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give credit to everybody that competes, they all put in the time and the hard work and they all look fantastic out there.
Yeah, that's good.
Give credit
So
out there.
yeah, so we thank the lovely Miss Fricchione for coming on. I hope I get your name right again because sometimes I still, yeah. Huh?
Can you say it yet?
It's Fricchione. For is it it?
For shown.
Okay, I'm working on it, folks. Hey, 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 I'm working on it. So we do appreciate for coming on here and giving us an aspect of what it is. Congratulations, now you're IFBB Pro.
Thank,
Best of luck to you. Congratulations to your boy on his upcoming nuptials. Uh,
thank.
Hope that little baby, can't wait to see him maybe in 30 years. He's on the stage. He might be like the next Arnold or Lee Haney or Ronnie Coleman or, Samson Dua. He's a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
And we wish you all the best for both of you and John. I hope he does get his pro card. I mean, you guys been putting work on all the time. I know he deserves. I know he's gonna fall like